Hey, what's up everybody? Shadow here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Destiny 2 and everything that we have learned about it today. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Bungie just did this massive live stream where they talked about a bunch of new concepts and additions to their brand new game that we didn't know before, and there is so much to cover. So much so that it's going to take a bit. It's going to take a bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to segment it into a couple different videos, and we're just going to go from there. We're going to cover everything that we learned during this live stream, break down the whole stream, and see what we found out. So during this live stream, we found out about the changes in weapon slots, how weapons are going to be organized. We learned about clans, we learned about guilds, we learned about the different story that's going to be included, we learned about the different worlds we're going to be a part of, changes in Crucible, and even the different supers that are going to be added to our Guardians. But for this video, for the sake of time and the sake of just splitting it up and making this not a half hour, 45-minute long video, we're just going to be talking about the story in a little bit more detail, what we learned, and what's to come in the story of Destiny. So what we found out in the reveal trailer a while ago was that the tower was destroyed, everything is lost, all of our gear, our past Guardians, we're starting off completely fresh. We know that we lost this war against the Cabal. We know that there's an enemy named Ghaul, a big enemy in charge of this whole thing, but what we found out specifically is that they're not only here to destroy us in the tower, but they're also here to take the Guardian's light. Now, the antagonist of this new story, whose name is Ghaul, who is the Cabal warlord, believes that the Traveler made a mistake, where the Traveler decided to share the light and spread it amongst all of the Guardians, so that we are able to regenerate ourselves after death. We're able to have this insane power. We're able to summon supers and fly and jump amazing distances. He believes that that was a mistake and was actually targeted towards the Cabal, and he is actually taking action in this new story and taking the Traveler back from the Guardians. Now, what we can see from the gameplay trailer is that there is this star-shaped contraption that latches onto the Traveler while the Cabal are taking over the tower. And basically what this does is it acts as a prison for the Traveler so that he's not able to shed his light amidst all the Guardians, rendering them actually quite powerless. And during the whole takeover scene, the Cabal are invading the tower. They're causing so much destruction. You're using your supers to try and push back the Cabal, but it's really just not working because they're sending after wave and wave and wave of enemies that you just cannot stop, and it seems to overpower you. So you do flee to where the speaker is located on the left side of the tower, but you find out that he is actually gone. Now, we don't know what happened to the speaker. He could be dead, could be alive, could be on vacation, but what we do know is that he's gone, the tower's being destroyed, and we're retreating back into that little door for which you're not able to actually go to, which ends up being a map from the Crucible, which I thought was kind of interesting. After you push back far enough in the tower, the shipwright actually sort of captures you and takes you into her ship, where she then transports you onto the Cabal warship, the main one that's firing off all these fleets of Cabal opponents, and you are sent into the ship to stop this mess. And the crazy thing is, as you push in and fight, you end up coming face to face with the big bad guy himself, Ghaul. And that's really where the trailer leaves us. It leaves us at a cliffhanger, of course, to wait till September for when the game comes out, which I am very much excited for. It was kind of shocking to see our tower where we just goofed around. I remember spending time playing with my friends, doing other crap, is completely burned down and destroyed, which, is, like I said, was pretty shocking to see. Now, we end up finding that the three faction heads end up going to different planets in order to recuperate, to be with themselves, and fully take in what just happened to them. I mean, the towers got destroyed. They've lost the battle. So what we know is that the Titan leader, Zavala, actually goes to the planet Titan, funny enough, which ends up being a planet that's mostly water. It's completely submerged in water. There's a little bit of human construction there. It's just sort of left over. It's been abandoned. So we know that Zavala goes there. We also know that the head of the hunters, who is Cayde, he goes to a planet called Nessus, which is a planet filled with vibrant life, agriculture, just flourishing life everywhere, which is pretty eye candy, I must admit, from seeing the trailer. And the warlock leader, Ikora, goes to a planet called Io, with Io, 2 letters, very creative, that is mostly sulfuric yellow, very barren, and she goes there to recuperate. I mean, she was the one who was closest to the Traveler. She felt the closest because of the warlock lore. So these 3 class leaders go to these 3 different planets for what only I can presume as 3 different levels campaign missions that we're going to have to go and retrieve them, get them all back together one last time to beat this boss once and for all. And that's the meat of what we found out about the campaign. Like I said, there isn't a lot going off of it, but it's a lot more than we know. We knew the vague understanding of what happened to the tower, what happened to the Traveler, but we didn't know in specific detail what happened. Now, of course, the campaign in the game later on that's coming out in September is going to go all over and tell the entire story, but this is all that we know at the moment about the campaign. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this sort of little breakdown of what I got for you guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it. Please give it a like. Let me know what you thought of it. If there's anything I'm missing, please put it down in the comment section below so other people can read. and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Your journey